Hello everyone, Monroe Steele here of Fashion Steele NYC, and welcome back to my channel and a home update vlog. Make sure to give your girl a thumbs up and subscribe if you love fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and travel videos. All right, you guys, we are here in my new house that I bought in Miami. We have been renovating this home for about 5 months now, and we have about, I'm gonna say about 2 more months to go before I actually move in. This is my first time filming in here, so I feel really good about that. I really love this house. This house spoke to me. I've always kind of wanted like a Spanish style bungalow, and that's the kind of house that this is. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home, and I am planning on turning it into a very cozy, beautiful place for me to live, to entertain, and to create a life for myself. If you are new here, I do own another home in Miami. It is a townhouse in Miami Beach. I purchased that home during the pandemic, so that was a very trying time to buy a house. There was just so much going on with construction and delays and people being sick, and yeah, that really kind of put me off of actually buying another house. But the truth of the matter is, I had, and this is not a humble brag, I just had too much money in the bank. And it was to the point where my financial advisors were like, you either have to invest, you have to do something with this money. And I always kind of knew that the townhouse that I purchased was definitely going to be a investment property, which is why I didn't spend a lot of time decorating the house that I'm living in now, my townhouse. And it's very white, it's very plain, because I eventually knew that that would be the property that I would be renting out and generating income from in the future. I was looking in Brooklyn for quite some time. If you guys watched all of the house hunting vlogs in Brooklyn, I know you guys wanted me to buy a brownstone so bad, and that might be something that may happen in the near future. But at the time, I just really couldn't find anything that really like spoke to me. And there were a lot of reasons why I ended up purchasing in Miami instead of in Brooklyn or in New York. And if you want to know why, make sure you watch this video, the life update video, where I answer every single question I got about house hunting in Brooklyn, why I didn't choose to buy a house in Brooklyn, and why I ended up choosing a home here in Miami. But this is a Spanish style home. It was move-in ready. The previous owner spent quite a bit of time, energy, and money updating this place, but honestly, it just wasn't up to my liking. You could tell that a man, no shade, no tea, that a heterosexual man did a lot in this house and really made it too modern for the style of house that it is. Again, this is a 1930s Spanish Mediterranean style home. And I feel like he just kind of took all of the character out of it. And I want something that's lived in and cozy and to the time period of the house. So I spent quite a bit of time and money renovating this place to really identify as a Mediterranean Spanish style home. This home is going to be fun, it's going to be vibrant, it's going to be super colorful. And there's a lot to show you guys, so without further ado, we're gonna hop right in. But if you would like to see what the finished product is maybe gonna look like, definitely check out my Design My House With Me video, where I included a lot of renderings from my interior designer. His name is Michael Dola. He is incredible. Yeah, so we are still in the thick of it. So it's not gonna look the best, but you guys are aching for a house update, so I'm gonna give it to you. So right now we are in the kitchen, which is an add-on to this house. I don't know when it was added on, but I'm guessing pretty recently, probably within the last 5 years. this kitchen was added on to the house. The ceilings are not quite high. It's a very long, narrow space, but nevertheless, a beautiful kitchen. There were tons of cabinets on both sides of the kitchen previously, and then there was a huge refrigerator on one side, a double refrigerator, which was industrial, because the person who lived here before me was, I believe, a chef. And then on this side of the wall there was an actual freezer. I didn't like that setup. I feel like it was taking up too much wall to have one wall with a refrigerator and one wall with a freezer. I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a girl who likes to cook but who doesn't need that much refrigeration space. So I took out all of the cabinets. The walls in here are now completely bare. I do have the cabinets. I kept them because we are probably going to repurpose a few of them. They're currently in the room over here. What we're going to do with this wall is we're going to put back some of the cabinetry, and we ordered a new refrigerator that I can bespoke. We're going to put in a little shelving for pantry, and then this opposite wall will become cabinetry on the bottom only, and a coffee bar with LED lighting. I also changed the flooring in here, and the flooring just went down. It is natural terracotta hexagon stone, and I just love the color of this. I'm a neutral girly, and I feel like this really plays into the Spanish aspect of this house. Like my ceiling has Spanish terracotta round tiles, and these floors really match my ceiling, my not ceilings, the roof of the house. And they're just now going in. They're very uneven, which I like. They give a very like natural vibe. They're still filling them in. They haven't even been grouted yet, so I don't want to hear anything about, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Everything is still a work in progress, guys, but you all wanted a video, so I am, against my better judgment, filming one when there's not much to show. So yeah, the floors, I really love them. You can see what the tiles were like previously, and they were not that great. I didn't like them. You can't see the countertops, but we're keeping the countertops. They're all marble. And the main thing that we did in this room is that we opened up the ceiling, and we put in 2 skylights because this room is quite dark. Although it has a sliding glass door that leads out to the backyard, this side of the house is northern facing, so I don't get the best light in the kitchen, and I just felt like the kitchen is the heart of the house, and people are going to congregate in here, and I just needed more light. Luckily, we were able to install 2 skylights, and we are trying to figure out how we're going to close this space up. We're going to keep it open, of course, so that you can see the skylights, but we have to do some maneuvering around the beams. We're probably going to update the beams and give them a nice makeover since they will be shown. I think we're going to cover the hood of the stove in plaster, which will be a nice continuation up into the roof. And really, that's quite it with the kitchen. Yeah, I really love the floors though. We're also going to install French doors, you know, black steel French doors, 10 panes here, just to add a little bit more zhuzh. The sliding glass door really isn't doing it for me. Like, I need character. So we're gonna put in some French doors, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this finished and really seeing my coffee bar, because the coffee bar is gonna have LED lighting. It's gonna be a moment. Guys, so behind me through this door, by the way, a lot of the arches were for some reason were taken out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 arches on the first floor of my house. The floor is two floors. I mean, the house is 2 floors. For some reason, they were turned into like hexagon tops instead of being round. So another thing to add the character back is to make them all arched and round again. But through that's the front door. This is the living room, and the living room is nuts right now. All of this is trash from demo and building new walls, and all of the equipment and things are kind of being housed in boxes in the living room. And it's so funny because my couch is boxed up in the living room as well. The couch is huge. There was nowhere for me to store it, and I wasn't about to pay for storage. So I just told the guys who delivered it's from Lulu in Georgia, to leave it in the box, leave it in the plastic, and we'll just store it in here until things are done. For the living room, we were thinking about changing the flooring to a herringbone wood. That turned out to be way more expensive than I thought it was going to be. Currently, there are like wood style tiles in the living room floor. Luckily, we were able to source the same tiles to do the entire first floor. And they were also located here in Miami, which is crazy because the company is actually like a Spanish company in Spain. But we were able to find, I guess, whatever the previous owner didn't buy, we bought the rest. That way we could carry the same flooring from the living room into the kitchen, and also bring that same flooring into the gym. The guest room on this floor already had that same flooring, so we just made everything kind of uniform. But let's take a look in the living room. All right, guys, we're currently in my living room. It is a really good size living room. I'm probably gonna end up putting the couch here against this wall. There's a window there, there's a window there. We have the stairs leading upstairs there, and then we have this arch that leads into the kitchen. And I love that from this vantage point you can see the beautiful flooring and that really earthy pinky orange tone. Again, this house is going to be very, very colorful. My Harlem apartment is very lived in. You can just tell it's lived in, it's loved, it's bright, it has a lot of color, and that's exactly what I'm going for here in this house. Like, it's gonna look like someone lives here. No beige, no gray, no white. Very colorful, very vibrant, and I'm bringing in a lot of color through art as well. I have quite a few pieces of art that I have acquired, that I actually purchased during Art Basel here in Miami. It happens the first week of December of every year, and I'm keeping some walls open just for new art. But yeah, I have a beautiful piece by Juan Sebastian that I acquired last year during Art Basel. So beautiful, and the art that I like features Black folk, and I feel like I'm not really a painting kind of girl. I prefer photography. I don't know why. It feels more real to me, I guess. I really relate to more contemporary photography versus actual art, but I still want to find some art. I think I'm going to be inquiring and purchasing some actually like painted art, but there won't be a lot of paintings here. There'll be more photography because I just feel like that speaks more to my spirit than paintings. I'm not sure why. I also have a beautiful Trevor Sturman photograph as well that I think will probably go on this wall. So it's one of the first things you'll see when you come inside. It's more of a muted color, but all of the furniture in this room is gonna be super bright. Very colorful, very fun. And you can kind of see how we took the same flooring that was already here into the dining room, which is here in front. All right guys, so we are currently in my dining room, and this arch here used to also be, I don't know what this shape is, like the top of a hexagon, but we knocked down a little bit of the wall and found that it is in fact arched, but the arch is kind of fat and flat, so we're just gonna make it more pretty. And I feel like the dining room is probably going to be my favorite room in the house. It gets incredible light. It's more of a smaller dining area, but very cozy and fun. Now, we went through some issues with this dining room, okay? This house was built in the 1930s, and I feel like everyone who's ever lived here, every decade, just tiled over top of tile or painted over top of paint. No one ever like stripped what the person did before and put their own thing down until I got here. So this floor was a little wonky. It was kind of diagonal, and we were wondering why it was like that. But we found the tile that's the same as the living room, but we needed to go down a few inches so that the tile flowed seamlessly from the living room into the dining room. So there was a very ugly tile here previously, and I couldn't. So we popped that tile up, and underneath that tile was beautiful, huge squares of marble. Who tiles over marble? That's crazy. And the marble was lovely, but of course, when they laid the tile on top of the marble, it was kind of destroyed because they had to cement over it and then put the spackle down. And so that tile was no good. Also, I'm not really into marble floors for a Spanish style home. It doesn't go. Like marble tile floors are just a little too glam for such an old house. So I was never going to keep the marble floors. But we still noticed that there was a little dip in the floor over in this area. So we ended up pulling that tile up. And there was another tile underneath that was like a brown, crazy looking tile. And then we really realized that there was a foundation issue in this room. And the people who kept moving in just would tile over it. And we had to dig a huge hole in the floor and pull everything up. And some of the support beams were good, but the flat board on top of the support beams had rotted. So if I would have just cemented or spackled and tiled over top of that tile that was already here, which we were thinking about doing, eventually the floor would have caved in over there. So I'm super glad that we took up everything and started from scratch in this room. It was a pretty easy fix. They just supported the beams, put down new flooring, and we were good to go. And now this room is actually nice and even and flat instead of being kind of wonky how it was. And I'm really, really glad that we took the time to do that. And also wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. So that's the dining room. I have a gorgeous table coming in a beautiful Rosa Crema marble. And it's pink. I'm gonna have a pink dining table, guys, and it's gonna be so stunning. By the way, there is a feature in this room that I'm avoiding showing you guys because I want it to be a surprise, but it is done and it looks insane. When you see what I have done in this room, your jaws are gonna drop. But I wanna keep something, you know? I wanna keep something for the reveal. Okay, so I'm standing in the doorway that leads from the dining room into a little hallway here. In this hallway, right over here, we have the washer and dryer and also the HVAC system in another closet. This way is the guest room, and then right behind me is the guest bath. So this will be the bathroom that most guests will use. There is a door separating this, and I kind of like that because then my guests can close this door and kind of have their own private area. but I'm considering putting a glass door here, like a glass pane door here, so that it still feels like it's a part of the house, but that my guests can still like have their own space. Let's go into the guest bath here. It's a pretty good size. All right, so we're currently in the guest bath. I am tiling this entire room. The floors, the walls, the shower, the ceilings. And we're doing a really fun like checkered pattern. If you watch my Design My House With Me video, you all know that I want this bathroom to be like an Instagram moment. I want when people come and they either stay with me as a guest or they are visiting and they come into the bathroom, I want them to come in here and be like, oh my God, I've never seen a bathroom like this. I have to take a photo. Like this, that's the vibe we're going for in this bathroom. This is just paint to like seal the walls. But I have a tile. I'll show you guys the tiles we are using. And they are very like natural looking tiles, but when they're on the floors and on the ceilings, it's gonna make a huge difference. So we have this like cream tile, and I love how porous it is. And then we have, this is kind of like a brown. It's like cookies and cream. And it's gonna be patterned all throughout the entire bathroom. It's gonna look kind of like an optical illusion, but it's gonna be really, really cool. This is a little ashy. It's more like this. So that's gonna be the vibe of the bathroom. And we're gonna have a beautiful floating sink in here. There is a shower here, like you can't really see it, but there's a shower here. They just got the rough plumbing done, so now they can really like get started in here. But for now, all that's been done is that they ripped out all of the old tiles and put the rough plumbing in. I do have a window here as well, which is, I never even noticed this window. Oh, they really did like scrape out everything. By the way, my general contractor is incredible. A lot of you are asking me to share. I will share him when we're done because y'all know how general contractors are, and I don't need him working on any other jobs until my job is done, okay? It's hard out here for a home renovator. Let's head into, well, I'll show you the guest room, but it's also another room where we're storing a lot of things. I am currently in the guest room, and this probably is one of the brightest rooms in the house, which I like for my guests. This is also currently a storage room because we don't have much to do in here besides building a closet. The floors, we're keeping the floors in here. They're the same as the dining room and the living room. And it's a pretty good size. So as you can see behind me, we have all the doors that we took off the hinges around the house. They're all labeled. You can, I have three of my toilets are here. We left one working because we don't really need to move that toilet and we're tiling around it. So I have two Invo toilets, which they're really great. They have a bidet built in, so we love that for me. We'll be installing the toilets once, you know, all of the tile goes down and the rough plumbing for all of the bathrooms are updated. But yeah, this is the guest room. It's gonna be super cozy. Yeah. And then on this wall, we wanted to rip this. There used to be a closet here that we removed so that it would allow for a bigger bed, like a king size bed. But what we realized is that this wall has a supporting beam in it that cannot be moved. This room actually used to be a garage that was turned into a bedroom. I'm not sure how long ago it was converted. I'm guessing maybe 10 plus years. But yeah, this used to be the garage for the home. and it was converted into a bedroom. So this beam is kind of holding up the house, so we can't move it. So instead, we just remove the closet from here. We're gonna build a closet that goes all the way to the door here. And other than that, that's all we're doing in this room. Not too much, you know, new light fixtures. Right now I have my TV stored in here, some wood planks stored in here. This is really just a storage area, but we're gonna finish up all of the bathrooms soon, so the toilets will get out of here. We're gonna put the doors back on the hinges soon. So yeah, that's pretty much the update on the guest room. But I love how bright this room is because I feel like my guests will just enjoy being in here and looking out and seeing the greenery. And yeah, it's pretty much it for the guest room. So we are currently in my gym, which is also an add-on to the house. I'm going to be utilizing this room as a gym and also as another like spare guest room. I'm working with California Closets to do a really cool like Murphy bed with shelving in here where I can store all of my workout gear and things. So that'll be nice to have a dedicated space to work out and also to house extra guests. Right now I'm storing my dining room tables in here, and then I have all of my cabinetry that we took down being stored in here as well until we can kind of decide what we're going to take and reuse. This room also has a sliding glass door leading directly out to the backyard. We're going to switch these out and put in French doors, and then eventually we're gonna do like a pool, an outdoor shower, an outdoor kitchen in the backyard, and a little sliding like barn door, but not looking like a barn door to cover this walkway between the kitchen and this room for when people are actually staying here, they can close it off and have a room. There's also a bathroom here. Now there was some crazy things happened with this bathroom. Literally, there was nothing that was supposed to be done to this bathroom except for taking out the vanity. We were gonna tile over the existing tile there, but somehow they demoed the entire bathroom. Now, my general contractor said, "My bad, I don't know how this happened." And so that's all on him. I don't have to worry about it. But when they did demo this bathroom, they discovered that there used to be a window there. So now we are turning that into a really cool shower niche. I'm not going to reopen the window because I just feel like it just takes so much time getting permits to do things like that. So yeah, we're just going to turn it into a little shower niche. We're going to have an arched entry into this shower as well. I feel like once I have a pool, this will kind of be the shower that people use until I have like an outdoor shower. So yeah, it's gonna be cool, very like minimal. I think we're gonna do just super minimal bathroom in here. And because I won't use this bathroom that much, like this might actually end up being where I shower my hair. Where I wash my hair, like my hair bathroom. So yeah, not much happening, just a lot of dust in here currently. So we're gonna head upstairs now where there are 2 more bathrooms and 2 more bedrooms. All right, we are on the 2nd floor. Sorry about the echo. The stairs are right here, and when you come up the steps, you used to be able to just walk right into the primary bedroom. It was a room here on this side and a room behind you all. that was just kind of turned into one giant room. And I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that people could just come up the steps and immediately be in my room. So I created a vestibule at the top of the steps, which we are in right now. And I also put up this wall. This wall is new. It did not exist, but it needed to exist. So now when people come up the steps this way, they're greeted with this wall. There will be a wall here, and there's a wall behind you with a door that leads into another bedroom. So we will start with my bedroom, which will have a beautiful, huge pocket door here, slided pocket door, and then I walk inside. All right, guys, so we're now in my primary bedroom. Luckily, this room is huge, so I was able to put up a wall. I can fit a king-size bed in here, nightstands, a little seating area in front of the bed, a huge dresser, a TV. We spent quite some time working on the electrical with my electrician in this house, because of course if I'm building walls and things, I need, you know, an electrician to move wires and put up new ones, and woo child. But he know what he doing though. It's a beautiful bedroom. I have windows on pretty much all sides of the bedroom, which is great. I have southern exposure, I have western exposure, I have northern exposure. The biggest change in this room, well, I'm keeping the flooring. By the way, the flooring on the whole top floor is the same, and it's all wood, which I can appreciate because I'm gonna spend more time barefoot upstairs than I am downstairs, you know what I mean? And I like that feel of feeling real wood under your feet. This here will be my primary bathroom. We're gonna have sliding pocket doors that go both east and west, and a lot has gone into this bathroom. I love this arch. I am thrilled that I have an arch enclosed bathroom. The design of this is going to be so freaking epic. They're just now putting down like the flooring and everything, and they are waterproofing it, and it's just gonna be such an insane shower. I'm going with a beautiful tile from Zia Tile, which is actually over here. So let me show you guys the tiles. So we have all of the tiles are where they need to be. This is so dusty, so I'm gonna wipe it off. But this is what we're going for the tile in the bathroom. Like, how stunning is this? So yeah, this is the tile we will use to tile the entirety of the bathroom. Well, not the whole bathroom, just the shower, which is pretty huge. I was gonna get a tub, but I decided I already have 2 tubs downstairs. I don't need one up here. And I opted for just regular showers instead of rainfall, because y'all, I've never used the rainfall showers. I don't know if it's a black thing, but I don't want to get my hair wet until it's time for me to wash it. So my shower is huge. There's going to be a bench in there where you can sit and shave, and I could fit like 4 people in there in case I ever need to fit 4 people in there. But anywho, it's going to be stunning. I love the arch. We're going to put a really beautiful marble over the arch as well. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this bathroom. This is going to be like very sexy, deep, sensual, stunning bathroom. Okay, and finally we are in what will be my closet. This is a great room. It's right across from the primary bedroom. It has its own half bath. There actually used to be a shower in this bathroom, but the previous owner removed it. So yeah, it would have been like 4 full bathrooms, but now it's just 3.5. But it's great to have a bathroom in here where I can do like my get ready with me's, my makeup, and be like right around like my clothes. I designed a gorgeous closet with California closets, and we're gonna go real in depth with that when that is time to be fabricated. But this whole entire room, and it's a pretty spacious room, will house my clothes and shoes. There used to be a wall here. We tore it down because this used to just be like a regular bedroom. So there was a wall right here, and then there was a closet back there, but we tore down the wall, expanded the room, and it's just gonna look insane. We also are going to arch the walkway, and I have these gorgeous doors from Etsy. Glass doors. They're already here. They're actually downstairs in the living room that we're going to install next week so that I can push them open into my stunning walk-in closet. I'm really excited for the closet and to take you guys along for the journey of putting them together, which we already did, but my designer has to come and retake some measurements because we actually moved a couple of walls in here and created more space. So yeah, the bathroom door used to be on the other side. We tore down this wall and moved the bathroom door a little bit. This vestibule is completely new. So the measurements weren't exact when I gave them to her because they have since changed. So of course, I'll take you guys along for the process of getting my dream closet together. And I love it in here as well because I have southern light, I have eastern light and northern light, so I can film in here. This will be my film room as well as my closet, and I'm really excited about it. All right guys, so we are outside in my backyard. I have a backyard, I can't believe it. And I just wanted to show you my mango tree. Now, I thought it was a moringa tree because there was a little tab on it that said moringa, so I thought it was a moringa tree. And then a bunch of y'all commented that, girl, that's a mango tree. And y'all are right. This is my mango tree. I've been taking good care of her. Shout out to the previous owner for planting her. Hopefully your girl will have some mangoes soon. I'm also going to plant some banana trees and probably a fig tree. I'm gonna get a few lemon trees, pretty much anything that thrives in South Florida. But my tree is doing so well, you guys. Look, we about to have some mangoes, y'all. I'm gonna do a little garden out here with like I want to plant some arugula because I love arugula, probably some cilantro, some rosemary. I have quite a bit of space to do all of those things, and then also putting a pool out here, a little outdoor kitchen, a little area to just chill and relax as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting my green thumb on and becoming the domestic goddess that I was meant to be. Oh, and you all can see the new fence that I had built as well. A lot of you told me not to like stain it, just to leave it this beautiful like yellow. It used to be a chain link fence that surrounded the property, but as soon as I bought this place, the first thing I did, maybe like the 3rd week of owning it, was get the fence built. So yeah, the chain link disgusting fence is gone, and we have this beautiful wooden fence that's already kind of patinaed since it went in. When it first went in, it was a very much a bright yellow, and now it's settling into a beautiful just color. I love it. So shout out to you guys. I do listen to you sometimes, you know, I do. All right, loves, so that is it for my house update. You kind of got to see what things have been done, which is not very much. when you look at it. But you can kind of see the befores and where we are now, and eventually you will see the afters. I would love to know if you would just like me to do a complete home tour in one video, or go really in depth room by room with furnishings and paint colors and all of those things. I'm very much leaning to going room by room, because I just feel like if I have to go through every little piece of furniture and things, because I know y'all are gonna ask, and do the tour, that's gonna take too long. So I'm very much leaning towards going room by room, and then eventually just doing the whole house tour. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed this video. You've seen kind of the renderings of what things are gonna look like. Some things have changed, but a lot of things have remained the same. You know, we're choosing paint colors now. We're gonna finish up the flooring in all the rooms, finish up the bathrooms, and then hopefully I should be able to move in soon. You know, hopefully. Things happen and you never really know. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. But before you leave, thumbs up the video, because y'all were really on me for this video, and although I don't have much to show, I did it for you. Okay, so thumbs up the video if you want more home decor videos, and if you're new here, subscribe and click the notification bell so that you never miss a video. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys. Y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, because you still got your shoes on. Take your shoes off before you come in my house next time.